Concentrate power. You're in the dog zone for an hour. Come on. You know the number. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. Yeah, 9,000.
Welcome to the Zzone 9000, the official podcast of 1-900-HOT-DOG, America's final comedy website. I am a surprisingly capable everyman stuck in a high-rise hostage situation, but not the one you're thinking of. I'm Robert Brockway, and with me is a killer robot in a buff naked man suit, but not the one you're thinking of. It's Seanbaby.
It's a pleasure to be here. I was really hoping to get Meg Foster, but I will take a Romulus.
And our guest, unfrozen specifically for this appearance, the only person who can navigate this delicate podcast. It's Merritt J.
I'm so excited to see which fast food chain has become the only restaurant in the future.
I'm so glad. Everybody welcome Merritt J.
Yeah.
Welcome, Merritt J. The correct name.
The
We
only-
unfroze the right person.
I can't stress this enough. The only merit for this podcast.
Yeah, we couldn't get Merritt K, but it's just as good.
Who?
You know, it's just all this. It's just as good as the other thing. It's fine.
I'm talking about the cybernetics and Demolition Man expert, Merritt J.
Who you are, right?
Who
Right?
you are.
Yeah,
Who you definitely
yes,
are.
Yeah, of course I am. So it's fine. You don't have to put me back in the freezer.
All right.
I can do all of that. I know all of the cyborg parts.
Wow, what a relief.
You're the
So
karate architect, right? This is going to make
Yeah.
so much sense to people in like an hour.
So where can people find more of your cybernetics work, Merritt J?
Yeah, so if you go to Blue Sky and search Merritt J, there's a computer bug though, so it might you might have to type Merritt K.
Right,
But that's
that makes
just a
sense.
computer bug from the future technology. So
Which you would know as the cyber expert.
yeah, I mean, I invented most of it, so I'm like pretty knowledgeable in those fields. So yeah, just type Merritt K somewhere like into your computer, and it'll come up. You could listen to the podcast that I do. Again, it is going to say Merritt K on there, but that's just it's a typo. So it's called If You're Driving, Close Your Eyes. You can go listen to that wherever podcasts exist here in the future.
If they exist in this dark time,
Oh God, can you imagine a world without podcasts? How terrifying would that be?
what would we listen to while we do other things?
How would we talk to our friends?
That's true.
That's
I would
true.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, we'd never speak again. Sean, where can people find more from you?
Oh, go to patreon.com/1900hotdog, and that supports our illustrious website, now going 6 years strong, and this podcast and our other podcast called Big Feats. We are a media empire, yeah, that's it. That's my plug.
Technically, I think that's true. I think we might be a media empire now. Like
I think
3
6
things make
years
you an empire.
counts as a media empire at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
absolutely.
outlasted a lot of like.
That's crazy. Yeah, like think about how many websites have come into being and died in that span of time.
Yeah,
All of them.
and we pay our writers well. We have lots of them, and they're great. I guess well's a strong word, but like 10 times more than you'd expect in this media market. I guess
Less than they deserve, but more than they've ever got.
that's a nice way to put it.
Okay, my turn next. I am still legally obligated to promote my new book. It's called I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200. But watch this. Listen to this shit. Watch how easy this shit is now. My book is good. Go read it.
Whoa.
Oh fuck! Is that the whole plug?
That's the plug. I don't need to do like a year-long bit because it's actually apparently good. I didn't know
Wow.
that. I didn't know that when I was writing it or when it was done, but like go look up reviews. People are like actual people with like opinions. Think that it's good. You don't have to
I've
listen
been
to me.
of this opinion for some time. If you'll recall.
I know,
I
but
tried
I don't
to explain,
really.
but I'm so bad at sincerity. It came out.
Yeah,
I punched him in the
that's-
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it comes out every time.
Well, that's how you
Yeah,
express
see, when your
love,
friends are
right?
sincere,
That's how I tell people I love them.
Yeah, it's worrisome. It's worrisome when your friends are sincere. It always feels like a trap. And you're like, nah,
Right.
I'm not
It's
buying.
like, am
I'm
I
not
dying?
falling
Yeah, fuck
for
you,
this.
dude. Yeah.
Do you all know that I have secret cancer?
Look, I'm not getting in the van. I know what's happening. But yeah, apparently
that's how
you guys were telling the
humans
truth,
smell
probably accidentally.
Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't read it yet. I don't know.
It's a good cover.
I read the part that I was on, that page where I died. I was like, okay, that part's good.
Fucking spoilers.
God, Sean dies in the book. God, I didn't even know Sean was in the book, and now that I know he dies.
Original title was Sean Dies at the End.
Okay, yeah.
That's a really good title. You should have gone for that.
Seanbabies.
Apparently, it was pretty close to something else. Some like
a novel of
right?
giant Seanbabies. Go to
Like a Chinese book of some kind?
Seanbaby.
Okay, well, we're continuing Kove Month, Martin Kove Month. That might just be the name of the podcast from here on out, because we will never...
We're never leaving Martin Kove Month.
We're never going to run out of things to talk about that Martin Kove was in. But this time we're talking about Project Shadowchaser, 1992, I believe.
I think it's two, yeah.
Project Shadowchaser. There were several sequels to this, so like really spawned a franchise.
Incredible.
They didn't
That's
call any
crazy.
of them Project Shadowchaser, though.
No.
So, not too proud of it. Not too proud of the franchise, I guess.
I mean, I find that a reliable indicator of quality in a film is when it has like 6 different names. I think by the time they got to Project Shadowchaser 3 or 4, it's called like Alien Chaser, but it's also called Orion's Key, like AKA
They're all
Project
kinda good.
Shadowchaser 4.
Yeah.
It's
When you can see them A/B testing titles on the audience, like
Not a great sign.
four deep, and hold on, A/B testing franchise titles 4 deep into it.
Well, maybe let's call it Project Shadowchaser Leprechaun. Leprechaun Wars.
Lepra Chaser. There's a ring
Project
to it.
Shadowchaser Troll to Nilbog Revenge. The Return. Also, Project Shadowchaser, can I just say, it sounds like the name of a dog shit PlayStation game that a desperate YouTuber is trying to call a hidden gem 10 years into running his channel.
100%.
Yeah, it's like immediately the opposite of quality. You're like, oh no, that's not. I mean, I'm renting that at the video store. That's for
absolutely.
me. But like, my dad is gonna roll his eyes. He knows what this is immediately. Let's get into Project Shadowchaser. Let's just jump right into it. Movie opens with
My notes say, hold on. My notes say, a couple guys building a nude hunk. That can't be right.
That's
They
exactly
open with
right.
that?
That's exactly right. We've got kind of a sting, kind of a nude hunky sting. Wrestler or musician, take your pick. A little bit of both. Sprawled out on a table with his cock out.
This is like maximum intro because the nude man comes to life and kills his creators. And the guy's head goes through the monitor, and then the screen just goes to black and says, Martin Kove.
You know what you're in for.
This is a fucking great intro.
It's a great intro up to that point, but then he climbs a ladder for 20 straight minutes. I swear to God.
Yeah.
He just, the next scene is he's climbing a ladder, and then it keeps cutting out of the ladder to the credits, to the ladder, to the credits, to the ladder, to the credits. And like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I get that it's
a Metal Gear Solid 3, but it's also like 12. We'll get into it, but it is 5% of 20 different things stitched together with no coherence. It's a kind of an astonishing achievement.
I don't know if you noticed, but in addition to like the actual plot elements that are stolen from like a half a dozen different movies, the music that's playing in this intro, and it kind of comes back at a few points in the movie, it's just that one part of the Batman theme song, like that dun, dun, dun,
the one where he goes Vicky Vale. Oh,
it's just like constant. Like,
you're right.
That's
it is that Terry Gilliam song or Danny Elfman. Sorry, I don't remember. I only know the Prince ones.
That's an interesting confusion. Terry Gilliam with Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
Like, I bet they don't get that a lot.
Never. Okay, this gives us a lot of time to think. So in my notes, I wanted to raise this subject. Do you think they built him a penis? I say yes.
Absolutely.
They don't show it. Yeah. Now, follow-up question. flopping around or rock hard from all the murder?
I think it probably doesn't have a flaccid state. Like, why would you do that?
Good point. That's a very good point.
Why would you, if you're building a dick android, why would you even let him go soft, you know?
I don't know. Just the hubris of man, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. It would improve the movie just to see him, like, just to see him fully erect. Not like obviously we're not going to show it, but like just in his pants, like that would, I don't know, just a little Easter egg.
Right.
For anyone
or like
who
hang something on it. Like he could put his gun on it.
I think they did. Okay, I think they did a good job of implying that. It was more subtle what they did. It's as he's climbing the ladder. If you listen close, you can just hear the ding, ding, ding as the dick hits each rung
as
on
he
the way
snaps
up.
through each rung.
Yeah, it was subtle, but I got it. I definitely got it. I understood what they were telling me, and that's why it took 20 minutes. So you can be like, yes, he's sustaining the erection.
It's
the whole time.
A statement about capitalism. He's pulling up the ladder behind him.
With his cock, yes.
With his cock.
Which is how we all do it. So we cut out of there and we go to a hospital, sort of a futuristic city hospital. I'm not sure if this is supposed to take place in like kind of Blade Runner, Demolition Man-esque future, or if it's just modern day and it's like really, it's a cool hospital because they got cool graphics on the walls.
It has got a weird like the wrongness to it. Like, are we in the future? Is this like a cyberpunk? I had another question. He's a full robot, right? Like he's not a Frankenstein? Because I don't think you could put a Frankenstein in a Martin Kove movie. I think that would be really confusing.
It's not Martin Kove?
Right, because your grandma would be like, "That's why. Which Frankenstein is this?" She would be so confused.
Martin Kove's the name of the doctor, not the monster.
Right. That makes sense.
Of course.
You'd have to explain that over and over. So yeah, I think he's a full robot. I don't think he's stitched together.
I think they specify he's a full robot. They don't explain that he was like a soldier or something or a corpse or whatever. Like,
no, I mean he's a Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner, right?
Yeah, he's a Rutger
he's
Hauer.
A full synthetic
with a touch of Dolph Lundgren, Universal Soldier. Like he's kind of got that vibe. A little bit of Sting, a little bit of Dune Sting.
A little bit of Dune Sting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a strange vibe. You don't know whether you're in the future or not. I did notice that like on all of the guns, there's like just over the sights on the guns, there's a little like plastic crystal. And that's like the only future thing they put on them, and you're like, okay, I don't know enough about guns to know if that's just a normal thing, but I don't think they have plastic crystals on them.
I mean, if you're a lady, you might want to get your gun bedazzled a little. So yeah, that might be what we're dealing with. Just
but like that's it. That's the only. Aside from that,
like,
everybody dresses normal.
Yeah, it's. I think the only futuristic elements are the things that they could get for free, right? Like, that they reused from Alien 3, apparently, which I guess is that maybe like the cryogenic stuff, and like everything else is just a room. Like it's just an office building. Everyone looks normal. And so it doesn't feel like a Demolition Man.
Maybe all the pipes, because like the
pipes,
the office building is like immaculate, but then they keep going into these industrial mazes that are real dusty and grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real thing, Merritt said. They did reuse some sets from Alien 3, apparently. But yeah, I don't know where that came from. I didn't recognize anything that I was like, oh, that's got to be from Alien. I was like, I don't remember the conference room from Alien 3.
Right.
Right.
Like, was Alien 3 mostly about Paul Reiser, like, giving presentations on why they need to get an alien? Like, I don't know.
I wish. God, that sounds good.
It's pretty good. The bathroom? Was the bathroom scene?
Right.
A lot of bathrooms in Alien 3?
I want to say something about editing. Editing is fucking crazy. It is like 4 frames of an ambulance, 4 frames from the sky, 4 frames of the hospital lobby. It is just stitched together, absolutely insane. It's so confusing. Maybe not confusing. It's not really saying anything, but confusing in that like you're like, why did they do this? Like, what did they even try to say with this?
Well, it's thematically appropriate for the movie because the movie is made out of 15 other movies.
True. That's
so
true.
Okay, so it's like a meta commentary. It's like a second editor came in and said insulted the first with this little sequence.
Like it feels like the editor got paid by the cut. Like every time they cut, they get another paycheck. So it's like, oh, all right, well, like I can do that.
Hope you bitches like Star Wipes.
Could it have been like a misunderstanding
for me?
I guess this was the era of MTV and like we sort of associate that with rapid cuts. Maybe they thought like, oh, this will make it more like fast paced or something.
They definitely do some music video stuff. There, you can feel like the music video influence in a few of the scenes where it's just like it does not flow like a movie for a while. It's just like random cuts with no continuity, and you're just like, I guess I get the vibe.
Some of it, though, I think, okay, because on IMDb, I read the Alien 3 trivia, but I also read that they added the robot shit like late into the process. And as you go through the movie, I tried to keep track of it, and I'm pretty sure Martin Kove and the robot never appear in the same scene. And so I think they filmed this and then had to stitch together the robot later using whatever footage they had.
Oh, this was originally like Martin Kove's Double Impact. This was two Martin Koves.
The public demanded it. Kove was so hot. Kove. We needed 2 Koves in one movie.
Oh, I think it was just a regular Die Hard. They made a Kove Die Hard, and then they're like, we got to add a robot because Terminator rules.
A robot. They're going to sue us if we don't make him a robot.
But that's a real thing. Watch the movie. Kove and the robot never appear. Despite having many scenes together, they never appear in the same frame.
I don't think they do. I think you're right.
And when they fight, it's very, very stuntman heavy.
There's one where they do appear together in the same shot, but you don't see the robot's face. And that's where he bursts up through the floor. And like you see Kove react to it. But it's the back of his head. So like I guess that could have been anybody.
Yeah, I think they did some pickup shots with the stuntman. But yeah, and I don't think Martin Kove has ever met this actor, Frank Zzone. I can't remember his name. I have it in my notes. He was a guy named like Zokar in Detective Extra Large. I looked him up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should have recognized him.
That fits.
I really assumed he was like an amateur wrestler or something because he's fucking ripped. He's absolutely ripped enough that you're like, he should probably have some kind of career out of that. But I guess not.
No, he's been in a lot of stuff, but they're all like, techno barbarian kind of movies.
They're Koves. They're Martin Koves. Sure.
But this, I think, is the only time they appeared together. Because I looked them up and I was like, I got a cross reference. They must hate each other. Like Martin Kove must, I'm not fucking working with that guy or something. Because it's so weird how they do all these scenes together without actually appearing together.
Okay. Let's get into the plot of the movie.
Okay.
Now that we're a half hour into this podcast.
That'll make things coherent, sure.
Okay, so we're in a hospital, and we're watching like a real cool black orderly give a bunch of secret handshakes to all his white coworkers. And then a team rushes in 2 patients who throw off their sheets. One of them is the naked Sting Terminator. And there's also like a woman who is weirdly similar in vibe to him, to the point where you're like, I don't know what this is. Is she also a cyborg?
She looks like a little guy version of him.
Yeah, she's like a little gender swapped. Like if this was a video game, this would be your male and female options.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, we'll get into it later, but yeah, I think the movie sets you up to assume like, oh, this is a second android because they built her to look like him.
Yeah,
I definitely assumed that as soon as they showed those 2 faces. I was like, oh, there's another. Oh, they're gonna fuck. This is an android sex movie. All right.
Right. It's like
Sting and female Sting. Finally.
Oh God, what was that other android hostage situation movie? You guys covered it like a year or 2 ago, where the androids fuck.
Oh
God,
yes.
What was that called?
I can't remember the name of that.
They're like, what is love?
Let me show you. Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. It's always funny to me in a movie where they're like, okay, now the bad guy gets a sex scene. You're like, why? They don't. we don't need that.
It's like that Buff Bagwell.
Who am I rooting for in this sex scene? Who am I rooting for to win?
Day of the Warrior.
Day of the Warrior, yeah.
Yeah. God, I'm trying to think like all the moves he has, because he has like some pretty unique sex moves in that, where he like will rub her elbow for 40 seconds and then just kind of like paint some barbecue sauce on her leg for another minute or 2. It's real weird.
Okay, so they brought the androids in. They brought the androids in like they're...
Jamie, cut that 45 minutes where we talked about the Day of the Warrior.
They bring the androids in and they whip the sheets off. They weren't ever really dead or patients or whatever, and they just shoot up the hospital, kill a bunch of the orderlies, the co-workers.
A pointless endeavor. They could have just walked in.
I love that Sting, the Terminator Sting, was fully nude. under that. And then he gets up and he puts on clothes after having murdered everybody. And you're like, why did he need to? He was covered in a sheet like he was a corpse. And the woman was dressed. The
And
woman
also,
was
why
fully
would he
dressed.
be naked if he was a corpse?
Yeah.
Like would
Why?
they strip him?
Why any of that?
He was under a sheet. No one stopped them and said, okay, if there's a corpse under the sheet, it better be nude or I'm not letting you in.
There's been a nude accident. There's no time. You got to let us in. Okay, well, I've got to check. Okay, you're right. Hold on, one of these is clothed. That was the accident.
Yep, I have all this in my notes. I had a lot of questions here.
So we're doing. You realize at this point that we're doing a Die Hard. It's a high. It's for some reason. It's one of the high-rise hospitals. We've already met our Argyle. We've already met the Argyle character.
I don't know. Argyle could fuck. This guy is a full sex pest.
Yeah,
like,
he's,
when you say he's given handshakes, no, he stops at the receptionist and he's like, hey, want to have sex? She's like, no, go away. You're not attractive. I hate you. And he has 70 follow-ups to that. He will not leave
I
her
hate
alone.
me too. So we've got something in common.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, baby. A
And
piece of
way-
shit, baby.
I do appreciate the way that she was never warmed or charmed by that, because that's the standard like 80s, 90s movie move. Is like he'll just keep, and the woman will be charmed by his persistence. And like, no, it doesn't work like that. But that's what they said it happened in the 80s and 90s. But here she's just like, I hate you more with every word you say. He's like, yeah, baby, me too.
That's
Okay.
exactly the way I feel about this.
But he is as close as we will get to an Argyle. He's not as charming. We've got a couple of FBI agents. They are coming up into a mysterious underground complex with a stoner scientist, which is not like a character you see a lot.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
weird.
very weird guy.
It's all very weird.
The high loser, like maybe played by Cheech Marin in a different era, scientist. Where you're like, I don't associate those two together.
Did you recognize the FBI guy here, Trevanian?
No.
Yeah, he's Alexander.
He's from Judge and Jury, the other Kove movie we talked about. He's the cop on the edge that like thought it was his movie.
Oh, okay. No, I recognize
Oh my
him from Robot Jocks.
Yep, he was in Robot Jocks too.
Oh, I do recognize. Weirdly, I recognize him from Robot Jocks, but I can't picture him in Judge and Jury.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, though. He has the same voice. He uses the same voice in this movie.
Yeah, he's fucking tired of all this shit.
This is a cryo-prison where the FBI agents have gone into.
Right.
So it's also it's a Die Hard, it's a Terminator, and it's a Demolition Man. And this is 7 minutes or so into the movie.
Yeah,
And it's all of those movies. And they find frozen Martin Kove, and he's got a full Kurt Russell like hair beard situation, but like
It
really
is a
fake,
Lego
distractingly.
it is like the wrong color and snapped on his face.
I think they took it from a Bigfoot costume,
Yeah,
like just the bottom half of a Bigfoot mask. It's distractingly bad.
it's
And
so bad.
the first thing he asks for is a beer, which like apparently is very important. So mark that.
that's a cool guy thing to say.
That's a
And
cool
yeah,
guy thing to say.
They call it back several times.
It's way
guy
too
is
many
a-
times, I would think.
Troubling alcoholic.
But then the very next thing he says is like they call him by a name, like Dexter or something, and he's like, "Oh, that's not my name," and then they completely ignore him. So you're like, he actually tells somebody involved in this that no, I am not that guy. But yeah, they got the wrong guy. They unthawed
Yes.
the wrong Demolition Man.
And I want to make it so clear that the movie doesn't make a big deal out of it. Like the movie implies that like he might just not go by the name Dixon, and like because he seems a little confused, but not like, oh, I've got to keep my secret. It's the movie, it does not like imply that this is important at all. And so you kind of like you might just miss it.
That's entirely down to the performance of Martin Kove, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Who was playing it like this is all a funny gag instead of like, oh my God, I have to play along with this or I'm gonna go back into cryo prison forever. He's just like,
whatever, bud. Yeah, 100%. And in a good movie, it would have shown the actor like really like, oh geez, like look around, like my boss is not White Tiger type of look, and then like done an insert shot of him like hiding his name tag or something to just let you know like this is an important secret he's keeping. This movie does not. This movie's like,
And also the second thing he says to them, to the people who thought him out, is, oh, that's not my name. Like, just ignore him.
Yep. Just ignore
Just
that guy.
ignore
He's so fucking drunk.
So they bring him to the Situation Room dealing with the hospital takeover, and the terrorists and the cyborg have taken hostages, and one of them is the president of the United States' daughter. So we're also doing an Escape from L.A. Yep. 4 years before Escape from L.A. was made.
Mm-hmm.
Which
fantastic.
I still think this movie ripped off Escape from LA. Like, I don't know how that works.
I don't know how they did it, but they did it. When you think President's Daughter, listener, you're thinking like teenage girl, right?
Yeah. Not middle-aged woman.
Middle-aged Meg Foster.
Right, like fully 40-something-year-old.
I think they tried to make her... Yeah, I looked her up. She was 44 here. I think they tried to make her not hot with like... Again, kind of a snapped-on Lego hair. It's like this feathered helmet just framing her face. It didn't work. Still super hot.
Still super hot.
But I think having the woman be 44 it's a weird choice because if she was a child, the good guys would be like, we got to save this kid. But when she's like, when an unkillable cyborg has a middle-aged woman, it's more like, I don't know, she's led a full life. Guys, we can...
Well, what does her daughter think about all of this?
Right, yeah.
What does her teenage daughter?
Yeah, it's like at this point, I feel like at that point, you're not the president's daughter anymore. You're just like your own person. You're 40-something years old.
Yeah.
You've like gone to grad school. You've like been divorced multiple times. Like, come on.
You're 20 years away from retirement.
But they get her. They get Meg Foster, the president's daughter, and she has a good showdown scene with the shirtless Terminator guy. I did take a clip here.
You're never gonna pull this off. The minute you walked into this room, you gave up living.
But you see, I've never lived.
I left the awkward silence at the end of that because they're like,
yep. That's where you end a scene, obviously. The weird rhetorical question. So she gives a speech for so long and he just like stands there shirtless listening to it. And then he finally responds and it's just like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, you haven't lived. You're a robot who just woke up nude.
But you've lived more than in your short time than many men.
I fucked a ladder. I punched a guy.
I fucked an entire ladder. Every rung of it.
You know that Frank Zagarino was just like so proud of how he hit that line.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the next Rutger Hauer.
Exactly.
Like I love in a movie when there's no possible, like they cut away because the only possible reply is, what?
Yeah.
What does that, what does that mean?
Huh?
Yeah.
You have to explain that. Oh, you're an android. I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't know he's a robot.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know he's a robot. I mean, we're it's sort of only supposed to know. Like they implied that in the start of the scene in the movie, but like nobody's explicitly said this is a robot. So like, I don't know. What do you say to that? That's not like, oh, that shut me up.
Yeah, maybe I'd follow it up. Like, so you like have led a full life? And then if his follow-up was, no, I'm a 40-minute-old robot, I'd be like, oh, okay. So why did you bring that up then? Why did you? What?
That's what I'm saying. It's like the only possible solution is to cut because that scene lasts for another 5 minutes that ends with him explaining like, okay, you see, I'm a robot and I just woke up a little bit ago. So then when you said that thing about not living, I was like,
yeah,
oh,
it really
I've got
hurt because it was so true.
Thought it was the Lord of the Rings I'm no man thing.
Yeah.
So they want $50 million for the president's daughter. And when the robot tells the head FBI agent, he actually gulps. He audibly gulps.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, well, we can't possibly come up with that much money. For the president's daughter?
Where the hell do we get that kind of money, you son of a bitch?
Who would have that money anyway?
And Meg Foster, though, is complete badass. Like, they kidnapped the wrong president's MILF daughter because she's like, don't give these motherfuckers anything. She's like fully willing to die.
Yeah. She's not the teenager that's panicking around there. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. We thought we just heard president's daughter. We did not do our research. We didn't realize you were going to be older than most of the terrorists. Here, it just seems like a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
We're kidnapping a woman like a good 10 years older than most of the terrorists.
Yeah, she's really taking control of the situation. Like,
yeah,
their main robot is just sitting there listening to her lecture him.
She's got that like full woman confidence. Don't stand a chance.
I think this goes fine if our guy doesn't show up. Like, I think it probably goes better.
I think a Meg Foster Die Hard would beat the shit out of this movie.
Oh,
You're right. That's the
absolutely.
alternative, and that does whip ass when we were deprived that.
Mhm.
So they do bring Martin Kove in, and they explain that they think he's the architect who designed the hospital. And then they further explain that, like it's standard procedure, of course, the architect has to go in with the SWAT team to breach the hospital,
100%.
just in case there's like any architect stuff that he sees.
Okay, so this raises a lot of questions. First of all, Martin Kove is not very good at covering for being an architect. He's like, yep, I'm the architect. That's a door. Sure. Yep. So suspicious, right? But also, what crime did the building's architect commit that he got put in like fucking frozen tube prison? Like,
You could just be an unrelated murderer. That doesn't have to be your whole life. You don't have to commit building crimes.
okay, I understand that, but I do feel like he's not a mad scientist, right? Like it's not
Right.
included
Yeah.
in his character description why he might have ended up in prison.
Right, yeah. In like a better movie, it would have been that he was maybe the creator of the robot or something. And
Right.
it's like, oh, you can tell us how this robot works, and not just this weird alternate universe where if a crime happens in a building, like the architect who designed it is like responsible for handling the situation.
And you have to go in. You have to go in
Yeah.
with the team as the architect in case there's emergency architecture in there.
Yes. And I mean, they go in it's pretty severe. Like they go in, they rappel down an elevator shaft, assuming the architect who fucking drew a picture of that
of course.
knows how to fucking work those clips. And he does not. He free climbs down the rope because he doesn't know how to work the fucking little carabiners and shit.
It's wonderful. You could have had him be any part of it. Like he designed the robot. Sure, he does something that could kill robots. You know, he's a guy that might know how to deal with it. He's just an expert negotiator. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Like,
the inventor of anti-robot kung fu. He
Oh.
developed the
Any
form of martial
number of-
arts specifically for killing robots.
That's the
Because
one.
the architect thing won't come up again after this.
They
Like,
said
it's
I was
just
crazy.
a device to get him in the movie, and you're like, that's a fucking weird device, buddy.
I like Merritt's idea because he would have developed it in a world before they had androids, and they would have
Right.
thought he was mad.
You're
But
right.
then the
yeah, you
android
all
shows
thought,
up, and they're like, "Oh, yep."
this is the one guy who can solve the situation.
It's like how everybody thought Kurt Wimmer was an idiot when he was in his backyard designing gun kata, and then he's like, "Nuh-uh, wait until you see the future, because it's the only thing that's going to save reading."
That's right. It wasn't a gun karate movie alone. It was also about art being illegal in a dystopian future.
And
Yeah.
the only thing that could save it is gun karate. More the fool's us for doubting him. So they breach the elevator shaft. Martin Kove is very clumsily tagging along, who is not an architect who would be the architect would already be out of his depth, so he's twice removed out of his depth. But he actually does spot some bombs on the elevator cables and does not have time to say it. So a whole
Yeah.
SWAT team gets wiped out,
Everybody's
except for
wiped
him.
out.
And it had nothing to do with architecture. Like the architect would not know about elevator cable parts. Like he doesn't. That's not his job. That's the elevator people.
Okay, my notes are get complicated here because he tells the FBI guy that he doesn't do gung ho, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you don't go gung ho," and he's like, "Yeah, I told you I don't do gung ho." Okay, so the only other time I've heard it conjugated like that was in Judge and Jury when they were talking about going gung ho. So I have a theory that Martin Kove and Paul Kozlow had a male stripper act called Go Gung Ho because and this is just them trying to promote it.
Got some problematic like Asian racial overtones that like was cool back then.
There's a gong.
Yeah, one of them dresses like a Viet Cong, and the other
The
one
Go
dresses
Gung Ho
like
Gong, of course.
BOW. And they
JB, you can cut all this. You can cut everything we just said. So we finally learned the bad guy's name. It's Romulus Shadowchaser. They say
stop the
that's
movie,
name
you
of-
win.
Fuck, that's
You did it.
That's the name of every original character that every like 12-year-old creates on DeviantArt. It's just the best.
He's an evil cyborg made by an evil cyborg master named Kinderman, and the lead FBI agent. He has some feelings about Kinderman. I did take that clip.
Jesus Christ. You son of a bitch.
Kinderman, you son of a bitch.
Everyone of a certain age knows Kinderman. He was the guy from Lethal Weapon 2 that goes, diplomatic immunity.
Mhm.
And so he plays that exact character here, like a far too powerful bureaucrat who cares nothing for other humans. So again, doesn't mean it's a Lethal Weapon 2, but I'm saying that there is a huge element of Lethal Weapon 2 just mashed into this movie that's already all those other things we've mentioned.
You know, like this character probably wasn't in the script until they found out this guy was available, and they're like, just put him in.
Yeah,
Like,
put
who
him
is
in.
he? He's Lethal Weapon 2. I think that was his name.
Yeah, we could have used more Lethal Weapon 2.
So Martin Kove is kind of stuck alone now without his backup, and he's just dieharding through the hospital, avoiding the terrorists. He goes into all the air ducts, so you're like, oh, Die Hard, he's got air ducts.
Yep. He's like lives in those fucking crawl spaces. He just keeps popping in there, and they'll do another 10, 15 minutes of him crawling around.
Yeah, he really knows him like an architect would, huh?
Yeah. They picked the right guy. They unfroze the right guy.
We do cut back to the FBI agent. He has some feelings about Romulus, too.
Romulus, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry I spoiled. Jamie, cut it earlier when I spoiled the bit.
There's a line that he has, I think around here, where like there's another FBI guy who's like, oh, you think if we pull this off, there'll be a nice big bonus for us? And his response is, I think if we pull this off, we'll be lucky to keep what's left of our nuts. Like, what are you talking about?
I have that in my notes. I bet Brockway took a clip of that.
I did not take a clip of that, but
okay.
it raises a lot of questions.
Yep.
First of all, so your nuts are already mostly gone.
Right.
Right?
Second of all, you forgot to mention they all kind of high five after that. You're like, what?
Yeah.
That's not a... Don't celebrate
That's not a
that.
high-five
cool
line.
high five moment.
I like here because they start to figure out he's a robot, because back at HQ, they're like, oh, this guy's Romulus Shadowchaser from the Romulus Shadowchaser program. And then some other guy, so they decided he's a robot, but then some other guy in the labs like chimes in, hey guys, audio analysis indicates his voice is like beyond human vocal cords. No man can make the voice that deep. I loved that so much. I wrote
It doesn't
down.
do anything.
He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't
Doesn't
like
make
speak
people shit
to
their
dogs
pants or anything. Like,
Nope.
Yeah.
He just kind of talks like this. He's just doing a Shaq impression. Really racist, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's not allowed to do the voice. Nobody's allowed to do the voice. So Meg Foster, she escapes. She's up in the air ducts. Everybody's just up in the air ducts like rodents for, I'm going to say, the rest of the movie.
The rest of the
basically.
movie, yeah.
Martin Kove somehow gets a hold of the FBI on a video conference. I'm not sure how he managed that from the air ducts. He does tell them that he's the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And the FBI agent in charge, he starts telling him, like, well, don't fuck around. Don't jeopardize the mission. But Martin Kove doesn't want to hear it. And then one of the agent like monitoring the call goes, oh, he's gone. Only it was a video call. So we
Yes.
actually saw him leave.
Yeah, we saw him leave. I think you left out an important thing where for a while the FBI guy calls him by the wrong name. After he learns it's the wrong name, he's like, shut the fuck up. You're Dixon still. I'm going to keep calling you Dixon. And then I don't know if he gave up on that or forgot, but he does call him De Silva at the end of the conversation. It's fantastic.
I'm confused. Everybody's confused
Yeah,
about what's
everybody's
happening in this
confused.
movie. Was it necessary for Martin Kove to be the wrong guy at all? Like,
right.
No,
It adds
100% not.
nothing.
It adds nothing. And he's already told everybody. It's like Act 1 and he's already told everybody.
Right. Yeah, this should be this big reveal, but no.
Yep.
I mean, he did his very first scene. He told them, I'm not that guy. And they just didn't listen. And now he's like, okay, well, I'm spoiling the reveal.
If you're doing the wrong guy thing in an action movie, in a Die Hard, then what you do is have them thaw out some badass Sylvester Stallone guy, but then it's actually some fucking nerd, and then he has to do it. Like, it's not, oh, he's not the architect. Oh God, what have we done?
It even works reversed. If you're like, oh, we thought we thought we got the nerd, but luckily we got the right guy who was a total badass. But he's not even a total badass in this movie. Like,
Not really.
he just fucks up constantly. It's like, we thought we were getting an ordinary guy, but no, we got a different ordinary guy. Like, why does that matter?
Yeah, he's kind of a Flash Gordon. Like, stuff kind of works out for him. But he's also like what was that Dabney Coleman movie where he's trying to die he's kind of a Dabney Coleman trying to die. Like every fight is just suicidal decisions.
And it's only because all of the terrorists are also really incompetent. Like every fight scene is just everybody being as incompetent as possible, and it sort of works for Martin Kove.
Yeah,
just because he's like 5% luckier than the terrorists, and that's it.
That's all there is to it.
So we do learn who he really is, and he is a former NFL player again, just like he was in Judge and Jury.
Judge and Jury. When they pull his file, it's just a Martin Kove headshot from 10 years earlier, and then it's double-sided copy paper, and on the other side, flipped the other way, is like all of the information about him being from the NFL. It is a weird movie prop, is my point. Wait, do you know what this means, though? He's there in the tube prison because he killed a redneck in a bar and claimed self-defense. So he's there for a manslaughter charge, which means this is also kind of a Con Air.
It's kind of a Con Air, yeah.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Also, they put you in the cryo tube for manslaughter?
Yeah, it seems pretty severe. He must have killed the shit out of that guy. Like, he must have done some stuff to that guy. He's just like 40 minutes later punching his head into the pool table. Don't you ever bump into me in the fucking bathroom. Like, okay. All right,
I have a Martin Kove theory. I think the reason he's an NFL player in so many movies is it's kind of like how every movie feels the need to explain why Van Damme has that accent. Like they can never just be like guy with an accent. It has to be like, well, he's a cop from Quebec. He's from New Orleans. He's French or whatever. Like they always explain it. I think every movie feels the need to explain why Martin Kove's face looks like that. So they're like, he's a hockey goalie. He's a football player.
He's a Frankenstein.
He was just in a real bad car crash. Yeah.
You know, Street Fighter didn't explain. Street Fighter is the one where we needed to understand why the American Air Force guy talked like that, and they just didn't bother. Like, no, man. Guile is just, he talk like this.
Guile's kind of a New Orleans name. I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
At this point, Meg Foster escapes into the men's room, and Martin Kove is like watching that particular men's room. She gets a hold of the bad guy's Uzi because he comes in like looking at every stall, classic movie scene. Then she like bashes him with the toilet lid and takes his Uzi, but like can't shoot it. She's like, I know how to fucking shoot a gun, but she does not. She shoots everything in that room except Martin Kove and this guy.
Full cartoon.
There's no reason for this at all, but they cut back and there's like this henchman that's bullying the Argyle guy and the woman he's been sexually harassing. And he starts to get all sex crimey on her. You're like, this woman cannot catch a break. Every man she meets in this script is just a fucking lecherous pest. And then Martin Kove jumps down and kills him with defibrillator pads.
I found it interesting that he jumped down to save her, but he did not jump down to save Meg Foster in the bathroom because she shot that gun all over the place until it was empty and then was just like, whoops, I'm captive again. And Martin Kove you're expecting him because they're showing him the events. You're like, oh, here he's going to get involved. And he's like, nope, not this one.
Not this one.
But then like the next scene, he gets involved.
It makes no sense. But then he jumps back into the crawl space. He's like, okay, at first you're like, okay, cool. He's got some defibrillator pads. Let's take out these bad guys. Nope. Back to running around like a rat in the ceiling.
Yeah, jumps back. Got to get back in that crawl space. That's where I feel most comfortable. Okay, so he's in the crawl space, and they throw a grenade in after him. And I mentioned this before in the Judge and Jury podcast, but like, here's what I mean when I say like a big part of being an action hero is just making convincing noises, like during the action scenes, like grunts and yells. It's not going to be in the script, but you have to be like convincing, reacting to a hit or jumping down or just running away from an explosion. So here's what I mean about Martin Kove. Here's Martin Kove reacting to realizing a grenade has just landed directly behind him and he's trapped in a crawl space with it.
God, it reminds me of that Brian Eno story about him and David Byrne getting mugged in New York.
Yes.
And he just sees David Byrne getting dragged off and he's like, uh-oh.
I love that story.
Very much the Martin Kove reaction. Whoa! Like, no, we're not. This isn't. You're not on a minecart in a comedy adventure.
I hope I have the presence of mind to say "uh-oh" like David Byrne when I'm being pulled into a bush to be murdered.
So Martin Kove gets in like a run and gun battle with a terrorist, and he gets cornered. And he gets cornered, and he's like in a vent up against a grate, and the terrorist is on the only other opening. Just a straight shot, but the terrorist for some reason can't hit him. Like 30 feet away. Looks like about 30 feet away.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. Nobody in this movie can shoot a gun straight. Yes.
He wins the gunfight because the terrorist forgets about the concept of reloading. Like Martin Kove shoots at him some and then runs out of bullets. And the terrorist leans out and is like, ha, ha, ha. And then Martin Kove just puts another clip in and shoots him. You're like, what are you? Just in pure incompetence on the terrorist part.
Yeah, and now we like have that chase through the Alien 3 pipe maze. And nobody can catch Martin Kove. But he's like only 8 or 9 feet ahead of them the whole time. And then he stops and shoots a fan, and the bad guys are like, ha ha, he shot his gun, now we've got him. I'm like, what the fuck? He's been like within touching distance this whole time. I don't know. It's such a strange fucking movie.
So he escapes them for now, and then they do the high stakes like walkie-talkie conversation, just the kind of a modified Ellis bit from Die Hard, where like Romulus is going to kill a hostage, and Martin Kove is radioing, being like, "Hey, I'm the man you want. Don't listen to him. Don't do this, man. Don't do this." And he kills the hostage anyway. Like almost beat for beat the same scene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because Paul Kozlow, the FBI guy, is talking to the cyborg, and he thinks he can get out of it with a technicality. He's like, no, dude, that guy doesn't work for me. I mean, I brought him here to kill you, but he's a football guy, not an architect. I guess it's not a long story. I'm done telling it. But like, it's flawless logic, right? When then Martin Kove comes on and does the John McClane thing, like, hey, dickhead, don't kill the girl, you fucking pussy. What are you scared? You scared of me? And then he kills the girl. And everyone's like, Martin Kove, that's your fault. And they kind of have a point, but also the FBI guy was like, I think, looking for somebody to blame.
Kinderman finally arrives, the evil like scientist who made the robot, and he's taking over the whole FBI like operation. He kicks everyone out except for like the 3 main agents. And now it's Kinderman's show. And then he explains to them the whole top secret cyborg project, like lays it all out. Like, I made this guy, he escaped. You're not allowed to tell anybody about this. And then at the end, he tells all of this to Martin Kove. And they're like, why does Martin Kove need to know this? And then he ends the speech to Martin Kove by saying, and that's why you should stay out of his way. All of that. He revealed the whole top secret operation to
the whole thing,
to a rogue element, to what they now know is a convict prison football player.
Just some football guy. I really like their dynamic too, because Martin Kove is like, you dumb fuck, you stupid bitch, you lost your stupid robot toy. And he's like, your perspicacity amuses me to no end, cross every man. And you're like, the back and forth like that so long. It's one of the best.
So Martin Kove sneaks into Meg Foster's room where she was re-kidnapped. She gets the drop on him, just takes out Martin Kove. This really serves to illustrate how bad he is at this. And they're going to escape, but Meg Foster insists on changing first for no reason. And what she changes into is just a full evening gown with high heels.
Just a beautiful evening gown. Yeah, I love it.
He tries to get her to like lose the high-heeled shoes, at least. And she gives him this little lecture about how competent she is at everything. Like, I've had extensive training in horse riding and archery and fencing. And the last thing she says is, and rifling. But like literally the last scene she was in was her not being able to handle a gun.
Just thought she could sneak that in.
She's like all assertiveness and no competence. But you're kind of leaving out an important part where he like throws her on the bed to tear her shoes off. And it is, I think, intentioned to be sexually charged. But the chemistry between Martin Kove and Meg Foster is, I don't know, clinical. It's like non-existence. He shushes her with a finger and then she bites it, and it's supposed to be sexy, but it's really like, this is fucking gross. Like, what are we looking at? But it goes on for probably a minute and a half of him like on top of her on a bed, and they're supposed to be like, oh, are they gonna fuck? Like, but no one.
Especially
thinks
when she
fuck.
bites his visibly filthy Frankenstein finger, just covered in vent filth.
Yeah,
like, let me put that in my mouth.
They had to cut like 8 minutes of her puking.
Okay, I have a theory though about why this character is this way.
Mm-hmm.
If she's the president's daughter, maybe she did do all of those things, but she was just fucking terrible at them. And everyone was just like, oh yeah, you're the best at archery and horseback riding and gun stuff. You're so good at this. And she's just
So
like,
good.
yeah. And then gets into a situation where she has to use a gun and it doesn't go well.
And she fucks it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we never get to see her fence, but she's probably a shit fencer. I bet she can't ride a horse for shit either. Fucking Meg Foster.
She's a master of toilet lid and nothing else. And she can put any finger in her mouth without dying.
I think she probably coated her mouth with Vaseline first. Wouldn't you? I mean, just a protective layer.
Yeah. You see Martin Kove coming. You're like, oh, I got to protect all my holes with Vaseline. That's gross. Jamie, cut that one.
So the evil Dr. Kinderman, he tells Romulus, like, steals the walkie-talkie away from the FBI guys and says, like, it's Martin Kove has the president's daughter, like, just tipping him off. And they run from him, and they do a little bit where they hide from one of the terrorists, and Meg Foster tears a grenade off of Martin Kove's belt and throws it, but she doesn't pull the pin.
More evidence that she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah, that she's totally incompetent. And then the terrorist then says, hey, asshole, you're supposed to pull the pin out. So Martin Kove gets another grenade, pulls the pin out, and throws it at him, and he explodes. He just stands there and explodes. Well, that's what I mean. Like, that's such a perfect illustration of, like, nobody knew what they were doing. The terrorists didn't know. She didn't know. He didn't know. It's just all bumbling. And like just the little like 2% comes out ahead.
Yes, this is again that 2% extra Kove luck. But to make it weirder, Meg Foster looks at Martin Kove like he's the asshole here. Like she's the one who threw the grenade that didn't do anything. And she looks at him like, you fucking idiot. And I thought that was strange. Most of my notes is like, this is not really a point. It's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's most of the movie. It's just like, it's not.
Yeah, I just needed to say it.
If you watch this movie and you watch it in like an art festival or something like that, and then at the end they were like, and these are like the two teenagers that managed to cut together this movie from like little bits of all the other action movies that you love, you'd be like, oh, okay, that was kind of neat how they.
Okay, that makes sense.
It almost made sense.
That almost worked. It almost made a movie.
It was a good try. That's just what it feels like. Like I don't think this is all from the same movie. I would never believe you.
Yeah, and if, in a way, it's just kind of every trope. Because the next thing that happens is she won't climb a ladder because she doesn't want him to see her underpants. So she's like, I can't climb in an evening gown. I guess we lose the movie because I can't get up this ladder. But again, it feels like it's just all these tropes from other things you've seen. It's just
but none of them done right. Like it just feels like
they're
aliens
all a little bit wrong.
Creating an action movie based on synthesizing like every 80s action movie ever created.
Right. I think you just described Expendables 4, but yeah. In your face, Expendables 4.
Thank God they're back home in the air vents. Just
safe in the vents.
Safe in the vents. And they decide they're just going to hang out there, which is like, fair enough. They're not going to find you. Like they get lost in this vast labyrinth of air vents.
It leads to one of the strangest things maybe ever put in a script where Martin Kove decides to stop in the middle of the action movie to take a nap. And again, he's been sleeping for 2 years. And he says this, he reminds the viewers like, yeah, I only had 2 years of sleep. I gotta fucking get a nap. And while he's sleeping, Meg Foster recognizes him from the New Orleans Saints. She's like, you're number 4. As if she doesn't know his fucking name. She only knows his player number, which becomes stranger because then she says, you're that third string quarterback who ran more than 100 yards in the fourth quarter and has a lot of notes on how he could have like made those plays better. She has a photographic memory of like the passing lanes from the plays in that game, but doesn't remember his name. I'm not kidding about the passing lanes. She's like, you should have thrown it to fucking Sterling. He was wide open on the 4. And he's like, no, he wasn't. He was covered. And he says the name of the person covering him. And she has notes on that. That's the fucking minutia.
It would have been perfect if she had said like that whole spiel and he was just like, what the fuck are you talking about, lady? Like none of that is true. What? I wasn't a football player. What is?
I played hockey. What are you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at this face. I obviously played hockey. So Martin Kove realizes, like, wait a minute, the terrorists booby-trapped all the exits. They have to be flying out of here.
He doesn't say that, though. He just says booby trap, booby trap, booby trap, and it gives him an idea he doesn't tell us. I think we can all relate to boobies giving us a good idea.
But we cut to the FBI agents who, like, overhear somebody on the radio talking about the helicopter that's going to come get them. So you're like, he's right. The only way out of this building, they establish here, is, like, everything's booby trapped. The only way out, they're going to have to like get to that helicopter, which is, same as it's Die Hard. It's the Die Hard thing again.
It's Die Hard, right? Yeah, the guy on the radio is like, "Hey, we'll come there with the helicopter," or he says like Project Chicken Hawk, and they're like, "Chicken Hawk, that means helicopter." I'm like, oh, okay, so they're gonna use a helicopter. Oh, okay. Did we need any of that? Like,
yeah, they just were very explicit that like they really rubbed it in. The only way out is the helicopter, so we're gonna do this helicopter thing now. So the next scene is Meg Foster. She gets a drop on the same terrorist from the bathroom. She jumps out with the gun, and he's like, "Okay, I know you can't shoot that gun, but it's all a ploy so that Martin Kove can run cutely up behind him with a gurney and do like a Fat Boys bit."
Yep.
Where he pushes him into the gurney.
Disorderlies.
Yeah.
I like what he shoves him into, though, because it's an exploding wall. He shoves him into the exploding wall.
My only question is, why didn't Martin Kove just jump out with the gun?
That would have been better and less noisy and safer.
Why was that whole plan?
And it wouldn't have needlessly endangered the president's daughter.
That's all they needed to do. So they finally make it to the elevator, which is the only way out of here. And he's going to send Meg Foster down. So we can just leave in an elevator now.
Well, they blew up all the elevator bombs, I guess they used that henchman to blow up all the elevator bombs.
We just established the helicopter was the only way to get out of here in the last two scenes. And now it's, well, if we blow up all the bombs with the terrorists.
Blow up all the bombs and you can leave
with
through
the terrorists.
The hole. Yeah.
We free the elevator to send her down. So he's going to send her down, but she chooses to stay with him. And he's like, yeah, I expected that.
Makes sense. Yeah, let's do this. Let's fucking Die Hard together. I like the FBI guy here because he's like, you send her down. And he's like, you bring her down here, I'll buy you the biggest damn beer you ever saw. Like, that's a fucking weird thing to say.
When he says, like, when Kove is like, I've got the president's daughter, Trevain is like, yeah. Like, he won a baseball game and he's 13.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Kove and Meg Foster go out. They rescue the rest of the hostages. I actually forgot about Argyle. They just stopped mentioning that guy. Wisely.
Yeah.
But he's in here. He gets a gun. They send them all down on this elevator, and Romulus shows up. Cyborg shows up and starts shooting everybody in their extremities. Shoots somebody in the leg and the arm. Just all non-lethal shots. And Meg Foster finally gets that same gun, and she manages to control it enough to shoot Romulus, and he falls. And like, I guess that's her character arc. Is like she learned to control recoil.
She learned how to control. Yeah, that's a great arc. Yeah, so he just gets right back up because he's a cyborg.
And where did they go?
You know they go in those fucking...
Get back in them ducks, boy.
When they're limping away from him, he's like super chill. He's kind of chasing him like Jason. He's just sort of strolling after him. But like they do a POV shot of him kind of zipping his head around and it's like whoop, whoop, beep, beep, beep. Just like for 2 seconds. Just
no, he just starts making robot noises halfway through the movie. Like he's not doing that until...
Now he makes robot noises whenever he moves. He wasn't doing that before.
Also, the editing here is so funny. Like there's this one sequence where they're running away and then he smashes his head through a wall and just says, going somewhere. And then they immediately cut to them running somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like it's a music video or like Scooby-Doo or something. It's like just unbelievable.
It's bizarre.
This is what I was talking about earlier when I said like it starts being directed like a music video. This is like it feels like a Duran Duran video. It's just like fog machines and backlights, and then they'll be running down a hallway, and then it'll cut to them like in a room, and then it'll cut to them like back in the ducks again. Like there's no connecting shots between things. I guess it's sort of a montage.
I think they had a different bad guy and they replaced him with this cyborg, and so everything from here on out in the movie is just patched together with whatever fucking pickup shots they had.
So eventually he bursts through the floor this time, and he just kind of he tremors Meg Foster. He just grabs her and snakes her down under the floor
because the actor was not available.
That's true. He was not present in that scene, and Martin Kove just kind of watches it happen, and then once he gets her through the floor, Martin Kove's like, "Well, it was a good game." She
got grab-awayed.
Yeah, he doesn't go under. He's like, "Nope, I'm not going down there," and he just lets it go. He doesn't. So Romulus now demands the president of the United States himself bring the money, the $50 million. And evil robot genius Kinderman gives the FBI agent a special explosive dart that gives all androids embolisms.
Yeah. His weakness is you shoot him in the head with an exploding bullet. That's fucking so stupid.
A special bullet that I designed as the guy who specifically does not ever want to kill androids, and I'm going to give it to you. The president does pull up, and they give his bodyguard the dart, and they take the elevator back up. And they're about to make the switch when Kinderman turns on them suddenly, and he shoots the bodyguard that has the magic dart now, and then he gives the speech that explains why he's doing this.
Oh, this speech!
Our enemies have been laughing at us, laughing at the new America, the soft America. Many of us do not share your vision, Mr. President, so that when you step down from office, you will make way for a stronger government. One that wants to see this country great again.
He's fucking crazy.
MAGA.
He's MAGA.
He said it.
1992's dumbest idea for a villain is like our current president. Like, America's too woke. We need to make things great again. It's like a fucking winning political message now.
He even looks like Trump, and the real president looks like Joe Biden.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's pretty incredible. This movie is everything.
It's even reality. It's even 5% reality.
It's even most of our reality.
They remixed it with reality. So now the demand is not for the money; it's for the president to quit being president. Like now that we've got you here, quit being president. In which case, you would just say like, "Sure, right? Why wouldn't you say yeah, okay?" And then go home.
Right.
I'd be like, well, no, I'm not going to do that. But of course he says no, and he kills the president. And then Kinderman tells Romulus, killed the girl. And you're like, oh no, Meg Foster. But he kills the other blonde terrorist lady, who I guess was
Right.
never a robot.
Right.
What?
She just liked his style. Like,
She just was like a little brother. She's just like the little kid from Mr. T Adventures. It's like
she's the dog from Mr. T Adventures. She got the same
that's what
haircut
she is.
as the guy and doesn't talk and doesn't do anything.
well, the little kid is that too. There's a little kid that's the dog's master. So they're both trying to be Mr. T.
Oh, God. By now, everyone in that cartoon must be Mr. T, right?
Yeah.
After all these years.
Oh, no.
I think it's interesting, though, that you compared her to the dog. I do think that's interesting.
Yeah.
We were talking about the bad editing, but like instantly, Martin Kove is there in the same room, like looking at the aftermath of all this. Like, there's no passage of time. He's just there, and we have to figure out as the scene unfolds, oh, this is at least minutes later.
Where did you go? Like you just
Right.
you let the cyborg take her, and we're like, that's it for me. And then you just wander back into the movie after like 10 minutes. What were you doing?
Taking a nap in the vents.
He probably took a nap in the vents, yeah.
Martin Kove finds that all the booby traps, all the bombs have been reset. The building is going to explode in 15 minutes. And so he kind of MacGyvers. Maybe he A-teams like up a little trap. That's not quite smart enough for a MacGyver. And then he goads Romulus into chasing him through the building. And Romulus uses all of his impeccable cyborg technology to shoot wildly and miss every shot until his gun is empty.
Every shot. So Martin Kove's plan is to like run behind shit like a little imp and then make fun of him. So he's like, you can't hit me. One time he says, my grandmother can shoot better than that. She's dead. And I'm like, that's what the fuck? So I think they just told him to ad lib a bunch of like stupid lines. At one point, he just jumps on top of a desk and runs across the desk in the same office room as the robot, and the robot can't hit him.
The robot is actually worse with a gun than Meg Foster.
Yeah.
He spent too much time on the dick and not enough time on shooting a gun.
Okay,
His dick looks great, though.
Is there such a thing? It's too much time on the dick? I don't think that's
I'm not
true.
a robot scientist.
I just think it's really fascinating how the incompetence.
At a certain point, you come into the robot lab, you're like, guys, you have spent too much time on the dick. This thing does need to shoot a gun.
No, there was no time for that because it can't shoot a gun is the end of this movie. Martin Kove tells himself, this is one touchdown you can't afford to miss. And then he leaps up and he uses his football powers to harpoon the Terminator into an elevator shaft. So this is the second movie where Martin Kove uses football powers to save the day.
He even says, "Hut," before he like throws the harpoon. It is a harpoon. It is a fucking spear with a rope attached. It's
Where did that come
a
from?
harpoon scientist would call this a harpoon.
I said save the day, but it doesn't. It doesn't
No.
even kind of work. It just inconveniences Romulus. Like it knocks him into the elevator and then he opens the door again and Martin Kove like chops his hand with an axe. And then he opens the door again and is like, okay, I'm a robot.
It's worth mentioning again that they've had a fist fight. They've shot at each other. They've chased each other through the building. He's now thrown a harpoon at this guy and dragged him down an elevator shaft. Never once did these two actors appear in the same shot together.
It's true. Then he tries to stab Romulus the robot with a scalpel. Then he sprays him with what looks like milk. And then he washes that milk off with water.
Weird choice.
And then he lights the watery milk on fire and it burns Romulus.
He's just trying things. He's just trying things out. You know, like, maybe, the foam didn't work. Maybe he's allergic to water. Maybe if he gets wet, he shorts. No, that didn't do it. All right. Fire, opposite of water, could be his weakness. He's a steel type. I don't know.
Why does he burst into flames? All you've done is cover him with milk and water. But this is what works.
It's like a Final Fight rules. Like he's just kind of hitting him with every environmental hazard in the scene.
Evil Kinderman robot scientist is escaping with President's daughter Meg Foster in the helicopter. Only the helicopter door opens and it's full of all the FBI agents. And Martin Kove just runs out and instantly kills him with a scalpel. Like,
yep, throws it right in his head like brain. Fucking bullseye.
What? Another of those football skills?
It's transferable.
I guess.
It's the same thing.
I guess. I mean, yeah, it makes a kind of sense. I allow it. See, Meg Foster here is being held with his gun hand while he holds the $50 million with his other hand. This would have been a good opportunity for her to like do any of her combat sports on him, her karate, her fencing, her horseback riding even. This would have been a great opportunity for her to just do anything. And she didn't.
So the building's exploding. They're up on the roof. They go to jump on the helicopter. Martin Kove jumps on one of the landing skis. We're really stealing that last like icon shot from Die Hard, helicopter flying around in the explosions on the high rise. And just as they're about to get away, Romulus jumps out of the burning building to completely miss the helicopter. Just misses. They don't dodge. They don't pull away.
Yeah. Kove doesn't like punch him to change his trajectory. He just whiffs it.
He just whiffs.
I have a theory about this part. I could have sworn, because when you set a Terminator on fire, what do you get? You get a Terminator skeleton walking around.
Skinless
right?
Terminator.
You get a shitty stop motion Terminator. And I think that was the original plan, but they were just like, we don't have the money to do. Are you fucking nuts? Like, no, we just have to film a shot of the Terminator just on fire, totally unrecognizable because we don't have the guy. And then just set him on fire and throw him at the building and he explodes. That's the end.
But like, at least have Martin Kove, like, I don't know, kick him away.
Yeah, have him grab his ankle.
Anything. Throw a football at him.
Like, hey, touchdown, and kicks him away, you know?
Airballed his own body. This gunning robot with like all the spatial recognition of a machine, and he's just like, once again, totally incompetent. And then as he falls to his death, he also explodes.
I liked that.
Just to make sure. Like, no, he's not coming back for Project Shadowchaser 2. But there is a Project Shadowchaser 2.
We're not getting the robot arm shoots out of the wreckage at the end of the movie. Just they just sort of gave up on all of that stuff at this point. They're I don't know. We just got to wrap this up. We've only got the Alien 3 set for another 3 hours. So
speaking of wrapping up, I loved when they got out. Like Martin Kove gets out and he kisses the ground and says touchdown.
Of course, I have a clip of that.
Oh, thank you.
Touchdown.
Sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Touchdown.
I like that they have an audience clapping. Is that like in his head because he thinks it's football, or is that all of the like survivors?
They've explained to all the people getting pelted by exploding building and android that like there's some Die Hard shit going on in there, and Unfrozen Martin Kove took care of it. Like they all know the deal. They're waiting for their hero to land. Meg Foster's dad just died in front of her, the president of the United States. And she is just like, I think the script is calling for her to fall in love with Martin Kove, but she just can't muster the facial expression. So she's just staring at him. There's a twist coming, I guess.
Well, we're stealing one more shot from Die Hard here. The whole end shot where they come, limping out of the skyscraper, and all of the EMT services are all kind of gathered around as people recover. It's a big scene of chaos. And then the FBI agent reveals that the real president is alive.
What does he say? He says like,
I've got someone I want you to meet.
Yes!
Not your dad is alive, don't worry, but...
I thought you said he was dead. Kinderman?
He never had a monopoly on android research.
You son of a bitch.
His own line back at him.
His own line back at him.
It's the best surprise ending, maybe in any movie.
You had
There's
a
someone I
president
want you to meet.
android?
It's your not
you know.
dead dad. You watched an android die.
They had a president android.
They had a president android just in case.
What's even crazier is that the sex pest throws Martin Kove a beer and has the girl is into him now. Like the hostage situation where he kind of was worse than useless. Like he almost got them killed a couple times after sexually harassing her for presumably their whole life up until this point. She's like, hell yeah, this is the guy for me.
Okay. That part sucks. But I want to say I really like the idea of like this is the American Jackie Chan freeze frame. Almost every movie should end with somebody throwing the lead action hero guy a beer, and then they pan over to the guy that threw the beer, the sidekick or whatever. He cracks his own beer.
Yeah,
everybody just cracks a cold one,
Specifically,
and then that should be the
Bud
end
too.
Yeah. Delicious regular Budweiser.
That's the last scene in the movie is they crack a beer, and then Martin Kove does pour it over his head and kind of ruin the moment.
He's been saying all movie he wanted a beer over his head. He's like, God damn it, I could really go for a cold one over my head.
You pull this one off, I'll buy you the biggest goddamn cold one over your head that you've ever seen.
I'll give you a full beer shower, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Einstein, 100, Frankfurt.